Good morning and welcome in on this Wednesday. Dan Hardenbrook glad to have you along as we take a look at your latest local news from around the region. It is your Newberry News Update on M123 FM. Your news today brought to you by your two-time award-winning local newspaper of the year. It's the Newberry News. Let's check out this week's front page headlines. Meet the new Cubs, the first Cougar Cubs known to be born in Michigan in almost a century. Tequamanon Area Schools is set to overhaul its front entrance with a brand new project. Jim Deslak is being recognized for 50 years of service to the local American Legion Post. You can share your stories from visits to the Seney National Wildlife Refuge as they celebrate 90 years and counting. Those stories and more available inside this week's edition of your award-winning Newberry News. It's available now. In your latest local news this morning, Graymont has announced that the Community and Economic Development Fund's application period is now open for the 2025 cycle. Graymont each and every year awards businesses, organizations, and nonprofit groups as part of their Economic Development Fund to help enhance the communities that they serve. The Michigan Department of Natural Resources originally approved a land transaction request from Graymont through the direct purchase and exchange in March of 2015. As part of that land transaction, Graymont agreed to establish a new community development fund to help enhance and make new projects possible. The Community and Economic Development Fund was established in cooperation with organizations in the Eastern Upper Peninsula to help provide opportunities for enhanced economic growth and support for regional initiatives and projects which can benefit those living and working in the communities in and around state lands. Entities and organizations can now apply for small business support, assistance for schools and educators, human services, road and infrastructure improvements, conservation, the enhancement of recreational opportunities, and health and wellness. Get more information in today's latest edition of the Newberry News. You can also get a link and more information on how you can get application forms. They must be submitted by 5 p.m. on May 31st of this year. That's the Graymont Community and Economic Development Fund now taking applications for the 2025 cycle. Helen Newberry Joy Hospital and Healthcare Center wants to help soon-to-be graduates from Tequamanon Area Schools or Engadine Consolidated Schools pursue a career in a healthcare field. Through the Health Career Scholarship Fund, Helen Newberry Joy Hospital and Healthcare Center is set to award scholarships to selected candidates who will graduate from TAS or from Engadine as members of the class of 2025. Qualified students must have a minimum 3.0 GPA and be pursuing a degree in the healthcare field. You can download your application by scanning the QR code in today's edition of the Newberry News or go online to hnjh.org/scholarships. Both school offices also have scholarship forms available. That's the Health Career Scholarship Fund for graduates of TAS and Engadine Consolidated Schools. Engadine Consolidated Schools is getting ready to host their kindergarten roundup. Enrollment for the 2025-2026 school year will take place Tuesday, April 8th from 6 until 7:30. Engadine's kindergarten enrollment packets are now available. If you are a family in the Engadine district with a soon-to-be kindergartner, get a packet mailed to you by calling the office at 906-477-6313. You can also email Lisa Baker at lbaker@eupschools.org. You must include your name, student's name, and mailing address. Students must be 5 years old by September 1st to be eligible to enroll for next school year. Families will need a list of items that are required as part of their enrollment. Original birth certificates, proof of residency, student social security card, an immunization record, custody papers if applicable. Again, if you have any questions, call 906-477-6313. Get more information on the Engadine Consolidated Schools Facebook page. The Newberry High School boys and girls track teams are set to feed you tonight. take a night off from dinner and help the programs for the upcoming spring season. The Newberry High School Track and Field Burger Bash is at the Newberry Elks Lodge tonight. They'll serve from 4 until 7 p.m. Can dine in or take out. Be delivery available for large orders. And there'll also be raffles and drawings as part of the event down at the Elks Club. Cost is $14 per meal. All proceeds will help offset costs for the upcoming spring season for the track and field teams. Newberry's boys looking to defend their state championship last year at the UP Finals, while the girls were named runners-up. They want to take the next step and bring home a UP championship of their own. Help the track teams with that Burger Bash tonight, 4 until 7 p.m. at the Newberry Elks Lodge. If you need to call ahead or get delivery orders, can contact the Elks at 293-8321. I'm Dan Hardenbrook. That is your latest local news this morning. It's your Newberry News Update on M123 FM. Your news today brought to you by your two-time award-winning local newspaper of the year. It's the Newberry News. It's Wednesday. Don't forget, the latest edition of your award-winning Newberry News is available now. Time now to check in with sports this morning. The St. Ignace Lady Saints fell in girls quarterfinal action last night as they're knocked off by UN Trout Creek 47-37. It was a girls quarterfinal in Division IV at Gladstone High School. Could be the end of the line for St. Ignace's legendary Hall of Fame caliber coaches Doug and Doreen Ingalls. Lady Saints making it to the regional round again, fell just short of their first trip back to the Breslin Center since 2019. A young standout core from UN Trout Creek swarmed defensively, limited the Lady Saints to one of their lowest point totals of the season. UN Trout Creek will now represent the Upper Peninsula in the Division IV semifinals. They will play Thursday night, 5:30 p.m. at the Breslin Center in East Lansing. One other girls basketball team from the Upper Peninsula is headed to the Final Four. That's Calumet. They win a Division III quarterfinal over Sanford Meridian, 48-33. That game at Manistee sends Calumet to the Breslin Center. They will start things off at noon on Thursday, taking on Rochester Hills Lutheran Northwest. Another girls basketball quarterfinal action last night. Gladstone saw their amazing season come to an end. They fall to Frankenmuth 56-36. Only took one game for the madness to get underway at the NCAA basketball tournament. Opening game in the first four series at Dayton saw a battle between two teams fighting to get in as a 16 seed. Alabama State gets a last-second layup. They knock off St. Francis 70-68. The other game last night saw a lot less drama. North Carolina cruises. They destroy San Diego State 95-68. Tar Heels led by as much as 40 points in that contest. Other first four games taking place in Dayton tonight. Mount St. Mary's and American in a battle between 16 seeds. The other contest will feature Xavier taking on Texas to see who gets into the round of 64 as an 11 seed in the South. Your latest local weather forecast for the day today. Winter weather advisory in effect from 10 a.m. Wednesday until 5 a.m. Thursday. Snow is expected with accumulations of 2 to 6 inches. Lower amounts closer to Lake Michigan. Winds, though, could gust as high as 40 miles per hour, creating slippery road conditions and areas of blowing and drifting snow. Hopefully here is what you can expect for Newberry and the surrounding areas. We'll also see rain today. Highs in the upper 40s, north winds 10 miles per hour. Snow showers move in Wednesday night and into Thursday. 1 to 3 inches of snow possible overnight tonight. We'll also see additional snowfall on Thursday with patchy blowing snow, cloudy skies, and a high in the low 30s. Friday, partly sunny, a high in the low 40s. I'm Dan Hardenbrook. Have a great day. It is your Newberry News Update on M123 FM.
Covering stories that interest the community, readers have come to depend on the Newberry News. Subscribe to the digital edition for early Wednesday morning access or get the print edition delivered to your doorstep. The Newberry News, your news and information leader.